Hey, it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're zooming in and focusing in on a wonderful viewer question, and that is really how to end an identity that attracts violators and perpetrators into your life. Perhaps individuals who are malignant, pathological, narcissistic, or psychopathic. How do you recreate an identity so that you're not attracting more trouble, more harm, more destructive relationships into your life? How can you reintegrate and really learn the lessons of healing so that you become anew? You become a new person. In other words, like the cells of your identity just begin to be destroyed, and then you now recreate a new sort of cell, just like the turnover of cells in your body on a natural basis that die and become reborn. How do you really recreate a new identity so that you're now attracting a more positive individual, a more positive experience, a more positive, supportive, nurturing relationship that is based on truth, integrity, and happiness and fulfillment, that still has the elements of fun, play, spontaneity, and your interests, as separate really from or different than the type of relationships that you might have experienced before or find yourself repeatedly attracting into your life. This is a great viewer question, and we're really going to go into this in depth. And really one of the first steps is really becoming very serious and committed and saying, you know what, this has gotten really bad. The pain is great enough. This is no longer where I want to live in life. I don't want to continue to have these troubling, destructive, abusive relationships that oftentimes are based on anger, resentment, low self-esteem, or really not knowing, a lack of awareness, a lack of understanding that there are these types of behaviors in relationships that are really going to go nowhere and proliferate and get worse. So it's just like an alcoholic who might begin as a party boy, a party girl, and they're excessively drinking, but they never grow out of that behavior. They begin to become alcoholic, functional alcoholics, to the point where they're only consuming alcohol, and then their life basically ends up in the emergency room. That's what you call rock bottom. That is when, you have the police knocking at your door, you have, your possessions being taken from you, you're now homeless on the street, and you're living in a detox center. So that is basically what you call rock bottom. And I really believe that it is your vision that could happen to you in your life, that you need to really get and understand that this absolutely positively is a dead end, a go nowhere sort of lifestyle for you. And when you really realize that, you say, you know what, I am living by the feelings of fear, terror, stress. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I'm not dressing the way I want to dress, I'm not eating the way I want to dress, I'm not earning the money that I want to be earning, I'm not living where I want to be living. These people around me are no longer enhancing to my life, they're taking away from my life. And this experience of life and people and everything is not ending me up where I want to be. This is really going to set me into the wrong, this is going to get me into big trouble. And once you really realize that there is a dead end to that, you really have the wake-up call. You really have hit the bottom. And it's really saying, you know what, I don't want to hit any more rock bottoms in my life. I have sabotaged my time. I've, sacrificed my profession. I've sacrificed my income. These relationships are not they're not fruition into productive relationships. In other words, we're not building together. We're not building a life. We're not having the kids, the pets, the experiences. There is a lot of trouble. And it's saying, okay, enough is enough. I no longer want to live this way, and I do have choices. I do have an option. And it's just acknowledging that. So it has to begin with the awareness and realizing that you can have the positive life that you have a vision of, a spark of, an inkling of. And it's really holding that positive vision in your mind, which is the first next step. So it's the awareness, it's the hitting the rock bottom, saying no more, enough is enough. And I do understand and accept that there are more positive people, experiences, income, professions, lifestyles that I can now recreate and call forth into my life. And it begins with that awareness, that acceptance, and that belief and that faith, and keeping that and holding that really on a moment-by-moment basis, a minute-by-minute basis, a second-by-second basis. Because if you've wasted enough time, then you know the value of a minute. You know the value of an hour. You know the value of a day. You know the value of a week, a month, a year. And if you have, had enough water under the bridge, then you value now your time enough, which is key, because oftentimes this person did not value you, your time, your energy. So now you need to separate and value yourself from that very core and your moment by moment, minute by minute basis, and value that. And then holding the vision of that which you want. So whether it's, to be in a loving relationship where you two are, walking hand in hand and getting ice cream instead of yelling at each other, walking, hand in hand or walking side by side at the mall, the beach, the real estate office, the bank, the garden, wherever it is. Or maybe you just have a vision of being on your own right now, and not feeling lonely, not assigning the meaning that I'm a loser. Rather than evaluating it and assigning meaning to I'm a loser, I'm a nobody, say I am independent. I am on my own. I am autonomous. I am empowering my individuality right now. So rather than assigning it as saying I'm isolated, I'm a loser, I'm lonely, don't look at your life lessons this way. Begin to look at it with a positive, alchemize it to the positive, and say, you know what? I am so glad I am shedding this negative energy, this negative circle of people, this sort of fear, the hormones of stress, all the struggle that has been imbued and imprinted upon me. And I'm now creating a vision of my life, really of what I want. And even though it might seem impossible, it really is possible. So if it feels like a dream, then you're on the right path. So it's having a vision and kind of getting into that I know what I want. So the most powerful aspect of the subconscious mind, or where you begin to really manifest or create, is that image basis. So it's not, word basis like I want a house. It's like you have a vision of the house or the condo or the apartment or the bungalow or whatever it is that you want. So it's having an image of that. And even if it's just saying, I want to live in peace, I want to live a simple life, it's articulating that now, putting it into language, putting it into words, and then assigning an image or a picture to it, and taking it to the next step. And then furthermore, getting a magazine or, getting Google Images or something on where you can actually get a physical picture and cutting it out and having it on your vision board, having it pasted or taped into your recovery journal, surrounding yourself with that. An actual image, because the subconscious mind, the creative mind, that which manifests and brings into your life, in other words, draws to you, the law of attraction, that law is set in place by the presence of images. So in other words, to bring that into your life now, after hitting the rock bottom, you need to have a positive image of what it is that you like, that you want, that now you want to be drawn to or attracted into your life. So whether it's something more wholesome, something more loving, more kind, then you need to cut out the word wholesome, write out the word wholesome, write out the word kind, cut out from a magazine the word kind, and then paste this into your vision board, your recovery journal. And you need to gaze upon and you need to look at those words and have it energetically vibrate with you. Energetically vibrate, by that I mean internalize and have it kind of work on your subconscious and allow you now to receive in that positive image. And then you might be able to enhance that with flowers, with a peaceful, serene setting, whether it's a river, whether it's a forest, whether it's a desert, whether it's a big mosque or a picture of a church or a mansion, whatever it is, you can then correlate those images of that which you want and then piece and put those together. This is very powerful recommendation for you. This is very important recommendation for you as well. And this can really change your life and change your experience of life, and furthermore, your identity, your I am, and what you draw to you, what you experience, and then what you continue to repeat again and again and again in your life. So it becomes a real building. And then you'll become surprised and say, wow, I didn't realize that life could be so good. I didn't realize I could draw these positive experiences into my life, these positive people. I can't believe that I'm now attracting people actually who are comfortable, who validate me, acknowledge me, love me, and embrace me for who I am. And I can do that back because I'm validating them. So it's opening your eyes, opening up your mind, opening up your heart to a whole new segment of life, people, experiences, and things. And so that's when we talk about the reinvention. We talk about getting rid of everything in your life, including cleaning out your drawers, your closets, etc., with all those things which hold all that negative energy. So, it can be the clothes that you had that you were using, people who were in negative relationships. The bad boy, bad girl clothing, the bad boy, bad girl, whatever it is, that you had in your life, the old books, the old magazines, the old cars, the old house. You might need to move. You might just need to say, you know what, this is really dead end for me. I am now changing. I'm moving. I want to get a different type of car. I want to have a different type of haircut. I want to change my tonality in my voice. So all these go in line, but you have to now surround yourself with images and words from which you want. So if you now want to have a different type of person in your life, you need to have an image, an idea. Actually find and buy a magazine. Invest the $5, the $10, whatever it is. Cut out an image of not only of yourself, of, who's somebody who might look like you, who you resonate with. That's why I talk about how important it is to have a mentor, to cut out a picture of someone who you admire and emulate, a positive mentor, and begin to model yourself after this person, because they might have the values that you want to espouse or you want to resonate with. And keep this on your refrigerator, your wallet, create a poster for yourself. Keep a picture of this person in your recovery journal, but allow the image of that to really kind of work on you and allow you to identify with versus identifying with the troublemakers in your life, and begin to really take action. Get a scissors, get a magazine, get a notebook, get some glue, get some tape. These are not very expensive things, people. You need to pull these together and surround yourself with this and begin to resonate your I am with this, and then begin to furthermore enhance this with your emotions, and knowing that this is going to be drawn into your life. Just have that absolute certainty in knowing that you're going to experience this and pull these things, draw them into your life that you need, and realizing that, yes, that life is so good that it will heal you. Life is so wonderful that it will meet you where you are and heal you where you are. It will allow you to bring these into your life. And then furthermore, you need to take action, i.e. physical reaction, and take these steps and begin then to become open to drawing these people to you. And then you'll begin to open up your eyes, your senses to these experiences, and then they will become presented into your life. So all these tools will begin to work into one, and you'll then begin to have radical change, radical, new identity and experience and validation interactively with that, which will become, as I mentioned, very much like riding a bike. Once you do it again and again, it will become natural, but you need to take those repeated steps and repeat them day in and day out. You need to have it consistently. You can't just say, I give up after one day. If you give up, you have only yourself to blame. It is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today, and I hope that these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.